After having balanced all of the instrumentation, I'll then move on to balancing the lead vocal. I want to leave the backing vocals and ad-libs to last because they have to fit in between the music and the lead vocal. After automating my mutes for my verse vocal sound and chorus vocal sound, I then move on to balancing the vocal level. I do this with fader, and I switch from my main studio monitors onto a mini speaker, a Bose SoundLink Mini that sits over my shoulder, and have the volume down quite low because you can make better decisions about balance at low volume, make better decisions about frequency at high volume. So for balancing vocals, it's low, it's on the small speaker over my shoulder. I'm sitting over here, hand on the fader, eyes closed, and just listening, sort of going bar by bar or section by section, moving the fader, imagining the vocal sort of sitting either above the music, below the music, or somewhere in between. And that will depend on the song. When you want the music to feel big, you want the vocal to be slightly buried. When you want the music to feel smaller, you want to push the vocal above that. If you're having trouble balancing your vocals, I would probably start by addressing low frequency problems that could be in your room. If you have low frequency problems in your room, it's going to be very difficult to balance vocals, and very often your vocals are going to be too loud. So a simple thing to do is get a small speaker and have it over your shoulder and close your eyes and start like that. It's a lot easier to make balanced decisions. After balancing the lead vocal, I then move on to the backing vocals. And as I mentioned, I sort of just tuck them underneath. In some cases, we've got vocal doubles. In some cases, we have harmonies. And for balancing those, I'm then moving back onto my studio monitors. And that also just helps me check that I made the right decision on the Bose with the lead vocals. So let's just have a listen to maybe one of the verses.
I'm alone in this bitch, but I take the world on. Got the crew on my shit, you can call us day ones. Get a kid a page and I'll be writing up a song. Give the kid a stage, hold the people sing along. It's a cold
I'll just zoom into these tracks.
Storm coming. It's a cold coming.
Dex is pretty consistent with his vocals, and I've got a lot of compression and parallel compression, so there weren't a lot of fader moves needed. We can have a look at the automation in the verses. You can see it's pretty consistent. Dex's dynamics are pretty well controlled, and with that and a lot of compression, it keeps them quite even. There are just a couple of words and phrases that we might have poked out.
I'm too damn focused, I ain't cold back. Make out in the lobby, make a fairy tale.
Again, this is just very subtle, and vocal level can be a bit of a taste thing.